Let's speak to the man in the eye of the storm, perhaps the one at the center of it all, and is the chairman of the APC, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, who joins us in the program. Thank you so much, Comrade Oshiomhole, for your time tonight on the program. Let me get your quick reaction to yesterday's ruling of the appeal court. What's your reaction to it, and what's your next step of action?
I can't hear now.
Okay, can you hear now?
Well, yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So it's good to have you on the program. Okay, great. So I wanted to get your reaction to yesterday's Court of Appeal ruling.
Yeah, well, we thank their lordship. They have given their judgment. And in a democracy, the court is an independent arm of government. When they hand out judgment, it is not for you to pick and choose whether to obey or not. I accept their judgment in good faith. I am a product of the judiciary. I always tell people that if I am not a convict today, it's courtesy of a courageous bench and a very resourceful bar. All my life has been a life of struggle. People have always oppressed me, harassed me, and the court has always come to my aid. Even my big governor was courtesy of court. So yesterday's judgment, I accept it in good faith, and my lawyers will advise, having studied the judgment, what is the next line of action. So at this point, I will just thank their lordship for their judgment and look forward to my lawyers advising me on what should be the next line, if there should be another next line of action.
It does look like you agree, but are you talking to your lawyers? Are you leaving it at that? Are you talking to them to appeal it? Because the next step is to go to the Supreme Court.
It's not clear now.
Is it clear now?
It's not clear now.
All right, if I may go again with the question.
I can't hear you now, Shehu.
Okay, let me try to get a question.
I can't hear you now.
I guess you can hear me now, Comrade Oshiomhole. So I was asking, what have you instructed your lawyers to take the decision to go to the Supreme Court to appeal this ruling of the appeal court?
I think I spoke to that. I said, what I do next will be based on my legal advice. And my lawyers will act on that. I don't think I need to communicate it through the television. It's a relationship between a lawyer and his client. And I think we should leave it at that. As for what I heard my brother, Victor, was saying, until 7 p.m. yesterday, and only because I was in court, I remained the chairman of the APC. And before then, the governor of Edo State had voluntarily resigned from his membership of our party, and that resignation has since been accepted. The screening has been completed, and all that was left was done today by members of the NWC. We are 21 members. Since the court suspended me or upheld what they describe as the suspension by my word, and that is another matter, I did not attend that meeting in obedience to the court of law, to the judgment of the Court of Appeal. But the Court of Appeal did not suspend the functioning of the National Working Committee. And the constitution of the party states clearly, in the absence of the chairman, who act as chairman and the rest of it. And the National Working Committee, I'm told, and I read in the media as well, met, and about 16 out of 20 took some decisions to ensure that all attempt to scuttle the forthcoming primaries in Edo was not done, was not successful, and they went ahead to appoint primary election committee that will conduct the election. And to ensure that it is done creditably, they appoint in their wisdom a governor to chair the panel as the returning officer, along with other eminent members of the party that have been given that assignment by the NWC that sat today. I was not there because, as I said, in obedience to the court order, I have to stay away. But my advice to my brother Victor is about common sense. In the absence of the chairman, there is nothing in our rules, and the courts can only interpret the rules of the party and the Constitution of Nigeria. I mean, it starts to common sense. If the chairman is absent, it should be the deputy. In the absence of the deputy, it is the vice chairman. How does the deputy secretary come in? As we speak, we have a secretary sitting in the office, working late hours to ensure that the secretariat function. I think that my brother, who I just spoke, Victor Giadom, wants to take our party to the root of Rivers State, where they created so much problem that as we speak today in Rivers, we have crisis. My plea with them is that they should put God first and put our national party interests second and put our democracy deep in their heart and not try to use any externalities to destabilize our party the way it has been destabilized in Rivers State. Everybody knows, including the overall leader of our party, President Muhammadu Buhari, that we ought to try to resolve issues amicably as provided for within the constitution of our party. How can a deputy national chairman, assuming he was still one, claim to be chairman? So for me, these are not my problems now. What really concerns me at this point, just even if I'm not an officer of the party, I remain a member, and I'm very familiar and conversant with the provisions of the Constitution.
Comrade Shamale, apologies to Button,
yes,
because we need to take a break. But when we come back, we still ask you a few questions around what is happening in the party and the way forward, and of course, where you stand in the midst of all of that. We take a break, and when we come back, we hear again from Comrade Adams Oshiomhole. We have a panel to dissect the issues.